Welcome to King County at your service. I'm Brooke McConnaughey. You know, not every emergency call needs an emergency response. The CORE program pairs a social worker with a firefighter to respond to non-emergency calls. The goal is to connect people to services.
So we are heading out to Sammamish. We are going to do a home visit with an elderly couple to check in on them and see if they need any other resources and how they're doing after a couple recent falls.
I feel like I could pass out.
The reason a lot of people are calling 911 is because they're not able to get the care they need. So the emergency service system is sort of filling that gap.
The last thing I want to do is be a burden.
CORE is the Mobile Integrated Healthcare Program. We started with a partnership with the Issaquah Food and Clothing Bank. Issaquah Food and Clothing Bank provided a social worker, and we provided a firefighter. And what we do is refer all the patients that we respond to, or 911 callers that we respond to, that don't necessarily need medical attention. They identify some kind of social or behavioral issue that they need help with. They then refer them to our CORE program.
I think it's innate in every firefighter to be there for somebody else, and oftentimes there's not an easy fix.
Because it's hard to access, it's hard to ask for help. If you've never had to do something before, how do you do it? Where do you start?
We'll always be here for you.
What we see a lot of is people who have maybe never needed to access services or access help before, and our medical system and social services system are very confusing.
No matter what it is, we can connect them with the service and help them through this path. Rather than get into an endless cycle of calling 911, we can help connect them to a service that'll really make a meaningful difference.
It's designed to provide the different solutions, and that's what makes it such a good partnership between firefighters and the CORE program.
I think being able to help guide people through that process, it's nice for us to be able to do that, and it's also, I think, a really important service. We like to think of ourselves as the entry point and the connector to a lot of these services.
Better than Home Depot.
We live in a beautiful area, and King County is working to protect not only green space, but farmland. The idea is to make land more accessible to underserved farmers and create a more resilient food economy. Here's a look at Horseneck Farm in South Kent.
I grew up farming. Everywhere I go, I just feel like I want to dig, you know.
When I'm with my kids here, this is really very important. It is kind of really connecting of what we used to do.
I never thought if I left my country, come here, be able to farm. But here we are.
It's not uncommon for farmland to sell for upwards of $30,000 an acre in this region. You can see the challenges new and beginning and historically underserved farmers are going to face in trying to acquire land.
It's a lot of money, but because of King County and the program of IRC New Route, a lot of people, they are amazing. I just say, wow, do you have all this space here?
The government can help by supporting farmers, protecting that farmland in perpetuity.
Many of the folks who are growing here now have been on community gardens in the Kent area, but those are all maxed out, have waiting lists, and for folks who are ready to actually be establishing a farm business, they need a larger piece of land.
And so by opening this farm up, we're hoping to create opportunities for those growers across the region.
Everyone is bringing crops from their own countries.
If you can manage to grow them here and you let your people know that you have those kind of vegetables, they will be buying from you.
I have a business online by the name Gladma's Basket. I also sell in Taquira Market. I took to my church members, I give to neighbors.
We also have a food hub. Whatever we don't sell at the farmers market, we donate it to our food hub, so it doesn't waste.
The food that's being grown on this farm is is really feeding communities all across South King County.
Food production close to home helps reduce environmental costs as well as make sure that we have better food security going forward.
It is a passion. I like to grow my own crops and I like to share with the community.
Somebody giving you land out of nothing, I have to appreciate that.
We are farmers, and each farmer now has his own business. And it means a lot for me, from where I started, where I come from, and where I am here.
Do you use Metro Transit to get around? For the youth in our community, getting around on Metro is now easier and cheaper than ever before. Exactly how much does youth fare cost? Well, you may be surprised.
Zero will be our magic number. $0 per trip, per week, per month, per year. That's what the free youth transit pass will cost.
Every person under the age of 19 can hop on and board any bus or train or water taxi or streetcar without paying a single cent. Young people will be able to board and tap with their classic blue Orca card or their new black Orca card or show their student ID. And very, very soon, use our smartphone to get on board.
What Zero Youth Fare means is so much more than a bus. It means youth development, it means jobs, it means after-school activities, it means opportunities, it means healthy young people who can access every single thing that they need to become adults.
I see this changing many lives, and I'm grateful for everyone who has made free fare for the youth a part of our community and for all.
Transit has really helped my friends save time and money that they would otherwise be wasting. Transit, frankly, is our transportation lifeline, which is why the free youth fare program is so needed.
It saves a bunch of money for a whole lot of families. We'll be able to keep more money in their pockets. But probably more importantly, that freedom and flexibility that just opens up the whole region. And if you're a young person, you know that freedom and flexibility and ability to get around is so important.
If you don't have the blue card or the black card or the student ID or the app on your phone and you're under the age of 19, just get on board anyway and use the transit. We are there for you.
Just to see if you all are paying attention, how much is this going to cost?
Have you ever met someone who just made you feel comfortable right away? You could say Metro's Operator of the Year is a people person, but driver Terry Moon is so much more than that.
All right. Driving the bus has been a passion for me for a long time. My parents thought I was going to be a psychologist because I loved to talk with people and listen to their problems.
Now, I'm only saying that because I can go willy-nilly today, okay?
Bus driving is just like being a psychologist. There's a human being standing right next to you, around you somewhere, that's looking for some conversation, that's looking for someone to uplift their day with a few words. I tend to be a customer service oriented person, okay?
So you guys got on the right bus today, okay? I'm gonna take you right where you need to go.
People generally care when you give them the level of service that they're looking for, and I love doing it. Coming through that door, a surprise of this nature, if you're not overwhelmed by it, you're not human.
Congratulations to our 2021 Operator of the Year, Terry Moon, Sr.
This is like the Hall of Fame for the operators, right? He's like the MVP of this year.
I've reached the pinnacle. To actually be standing before you and be here, my peers that know this, listen, you played it off very well.
Very well. Love each and every one of you. But I'm telling you from the bottom of my heart, if I had to do over again, I wouldn't change a thing. I wouldn't change a thing.
Say Terry Moon. Terry Moon.
I would not change this thing for the world, okay? I generally do it because I love to do it. Take care now.
I will. You have a good day. And again, congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay.
It's not easy to raise a child. Intercultural Children and Family Services is a community group that supports grandparents and extended family members as they rear young children. It's a lifesaver for many thanks to the Best Starts for Kids levy.
So I am a kinship caregiver. My grandson turned 20 on Sunday, and so I know how hard it is and how challenging it could be parenting the second time around.
I've always been a kinship caregiver before I even knew what a kinship caregiver was. I really didn't know that there were even resources out there. And so now I kind of put myself in their positions. And it's like, you know what? You're not gonna go through what I went through. You know, I'm gonna help you in any way I can. You know, I'm that person, I don't wanna give a man a fish. I wanna teach him to fish. That way he can eat for more than a day.
A year and a half into our marriage, my granddaughter had a baby and wasn't going to be able to care for her, and it was a little girl. Later on, we found out that she had autism. We're going to have to learn how to care for this baby with special needs, and that's something that neither of us had ever done. We welcomed the challenge, and when we came into the kinship care program, it just allowed us to get, you know, a jump ahead with the resources that they had and the different workshops. The workshops are just worth their weight in gold.
The research shows that if we can really help to keep those children connected to the family members, then we're really going to help them as they continue to grow and progress. The levy money, we wouldn't be able to do this program without it. We feel so honored and blessed to have been selected to be funded. Kinship Care is unique, it is different, and we need to be supporting those seniors.
Are you looking for a new career in community service? The work of a 911 dispatcher or call taker is challenging, rewarding, and absolutely critical. Here's how you can make a difference.
911, what are you reporting?
It was not a job I'd ever considered before. I did get hired, and 20 years later, I'm still there.
I've been doing this for about 4 years, and it's been great so far.
I've been here 20 years. It goes by fast.
Thank you very much. And the problem, is it at a house, apartment, or business?
Sometimes we get a call, and it's that person's worst day ever. We're there to assist them, to kind of keep them calm, walk them through it, give them the service that they needed, whether it's police, fire, or medical. So we're kind of like a lifeline to the public.
Because the training is all on the job and paid training, and because you don't have to have an advanced degree, it's really easy for people to jump right in. You get benefits and really excellent pay right off the bat.
Pay is really good, benefits are excellent.
Good wages, very good benefits.
It does provide a really great work-life balance. You never have to take your work home with you, and you always know your schedule in advance.
It does speak to that sense of service.
Being that calm voice to help them out and see them in their worst times, it gives me that sense that I'm actually really helping.
The job that I do matters. It's helping someone every single day.
The people that I work with, I've developed some really great long-lasting relationships. I don't have to go through any of it alone.
If there's a hot call, we all come together like a family.
Especially when you're dealing with high stressful situations, it's definitely a blessing to be around people who are like-minded.
I have never worked with a better group of people.
Awesome, you did a great job. Thank you for calling.
I love what I do. I'm here for you 24/7, 7 days a week. If you call, I'll be there to help you.
Thanks for joining us for King County at your service. Visit us online at kingcounty.gov/KCTV. I'm Brooke McConnaughey. See you next time.